Going to check the bark beetle traps again. A little bit depressed, have lost I think the thunder that came by killed the router and the Ethernet card inside the stationary computer. Computer still works, I've done everything I can, it's just dead. Thought it was something to do with the internet itself at first, but seems to be my equipment that's dead, and I had bought a high-end router and things have been working, and now I'm a little bit depressed having to replace stuff and worst of all is configure everything again and get things to work the way I want to. Well, over to the bark beetles. I've spent some more time checking the traps now. This was a couple of days ago. I think it was on the 4th and the 6th of July here that I emptied all the traps, and there is less in them now. That's what I would expect, because by now a lot of the beetles that have emerged from last have survived the winter should be either caught in traps or be in some trees and making new beetles. Yeah, taking care of my sister's cat. Had ordered some stuff and was trying to get one of those cutters for debarking trees that you mount on a chainsaw. That one did not arrive. It was on back order for like 2 months, so that was worthless. But I had bought a new manual barking tool, and I sanded the handle a little and oiled it because it was kind of rough. I have found a couple of trees, and this is an old one. It's a little bit, tiny bit of green still left in it, but the bark is just falling off. This must have been one that was missed last summer, or possibly even before that. But it's quite close to the road. I thought and I know I took care of a couple here, so it must have been missed. There are actually 2 more of them not far from this one, but I don't catch much in the traps next to this place, so I'm not sure what that's about, but there are 3 of them around this area that are dead. And have the old POC line up and running. Have had some issues with that one, but we'll do a separate video about it in the near future, I hope. I ran out of battery at the end when I emptied the traps I have, where I've had the biggest catch, but it was a lot less in them also. Here is one of them that have been the good producing traps, or I'm not sure if I can call it good. It's bad. Here is one tree that seems to be dying that I looked at. I don't think it's been attacked by this 8-toothed bark beetle that causes the most issues. It could be the little brother, the 6-toothed bark beetle, but or something else. It's just died from drought. Did take care of a couple of attacked trees actually at my neighbor's property. I've talked to him, he knows about it, that I was gonna take care of 3 trees out there, that 2 of them are attacked by the bark beetles. The 3rd one, not far from it for some reason, no attacks whatsoever. That one was just had rot in it, so it was not any good tree to take care of, but I just cut them to length and brought them out with the forwarder with branches and everything. Have found a couple of wind-fallen trees, quite small ones, but quite well attacked that I will need to do something about on my own property now also. And here is one of the trees that has been on the forwarder for a while now and been attracting some attention from the beetles. It's actually just one piece that's good enough to bother with putting through the sawmill and making something out of. The rest is so crooked and not worth it. If I would have gotten hold of that debarker, I was probably gonna debark things here. Yeah, we looked a little at the paths they make and so on, and there are very few larvae and new beetles seems to be. So they have had a much worse years. Previous years here, it's been all white when you have opened up the bark like this. I had planned to delimb the pieces that was taken from my neighbor's property, but since we didn't get hold of that barking tool for the chainsaw, we decided to simply burn parts of it rather than we don't have time right now to start going at it and processing any firewood right now, so we're just burning it to get rid of the beetles. I will manually bark like 2 or 3 pieces that we'll probably put through the sawmill later this summer or in the autumn. So it was set on fire. We had heavy rain the day before, so a lot of stuff was wet, even if it's been a lot more rain this summer than last summer and even the summer before that, so hopefully that will slow down the bark beetles and the forest will grow better. So, quick update, I have more branching videos I will need to get to. We'll see when I have time for that. It's very hectic now.